EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olsen, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start, and off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. He'll take this forward for about 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 4.
Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run here with the rookie. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Arnold Amichetti in there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw out of the gun. Pushed out to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he gets this up close to the 40. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 31 yards.
A gain of 31 yards. And the Saints.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll try to run for it.
It's a gain of 8.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure pressure too much, and he goes down. That is Martin Emerson in from the secondary to record the sack.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken at the 5. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Christian.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Throw across his body is complete. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. It's 2nd down. That one incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
The shotgun snap. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Ooh. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Saints offense ready for their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 play, 1 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Saints.
In motion goes Likely. They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read, The defense was there ready to stop him, tackle for loss. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
And it's third down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Saints out on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter two begins. They are facing a second and long. They'll try to set up the screen here. He's got room at the 30. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. They'll try to convert it on third down.
Brings up third and 11.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with the first down. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Duvernay with the grab. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2.
They'll look to throw yet again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
To number 28. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Duvernay. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues. On the ground, Judkins. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, And it'll bring up third down.
9 yards to go.
He pulls it in around the 5. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare for defenses trying to contain him all year. The NFL's leader in rushing yards at the quarterback position. His drive will start on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saints on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. It is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Judkins here, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown Browns. His 4th TD grab of the season. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, will mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Richardson. Oh, a loose football. The Browns have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Browns are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Intended for Javon Johnson. Incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Oh, and he is depleted on that one. Picked up, thrown down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Judkins. And going to be taken down right at midfield. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cleveland.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Intended
2nd and 10.
Jerry Jeudy. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. He'll step up and run this. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
Throwing, Richardson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
At the 30-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. In motion goes Likely. Up the middle they go. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25. Saints going to use their second timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Taking off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up. It is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Richardson. He'll take off again.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance. It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive. What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Here comes 2nd and 4. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Olave is the motion man. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again here with Kamara, and they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Richardson. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Christian Harris there on the stop.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
Now, faking the give. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Saints have got it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble. And all of a sudden, the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
The Saints offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Again, up the middle with Kamara. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Now Richardson. That one out wide for Kamara. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and goal, New Orleans.
They'll run here with Kamara. And that one going to be thrown down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
It's a loss of 5.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Now Richardson. Off he goes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Overrun in a flash, and he lost the football. The Browns have it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays. And that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. From the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Judkins going to get it on the zone read. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
A 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, a give to Judkins. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
45-yard line.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now this time they'll look to throw. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards on the connection. It's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. His throw left is complete with Judy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Well, 3rd and 19, no problem. They pick it up on 3rd and long.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he will score. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Saints will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Now first down, it's back to Judkins. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They run it once more with Judkins. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Here's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. A short kick down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. And he will get into the end zone. Devin Duvernay. Touchdown, Browns. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, put them down 23 yards. The Saints offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Begin with a zone read. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Now a screen set up for Miller. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Escaping to his left. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, his safe was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. Quick throw, taken in. They're in four-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third and goal. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. Fourth down and goal.
Brings up fourth down and goal.
That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Judkins. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Cleveland.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to Judkins. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
2 yards on.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 29-yard line.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory.